Today, we're opening statements in the trial that will determine if two power companies are to blame for the 2011 Las Conchas fire. That fire devoured dozens of homes and forced the evacuation of Los Alamos. News 13's Candace Hopkins was in the courtroom today.
Kim, more than 300 people are suing those two electric companies. The primary focus of the trial, who's to blame for the tree that fell on the power lines, igniting the monster blaze. Investigators long ago determined this one tree is the cause of all this destruction. It was June 26, 2011, when it fell on power lines on private property in the Jemez, igniting the Las Conchas fire. Now this civil trial will show if anyone was responsible for the upkeep of that tree.
Tri-State and JMEC did not even attempt, did not even try to implement the necessary procedures.
JMEC's program was pretty much the standard of what most rural electric cooperatives throughout the United States were doing at the time.
About 300 plaintiffs are accusing the two electric companies, the Jemez Mountains Electric Cooperative and Tri-State Generation, of being at fault. A lawyer for the plaintiffs spent their opening statement focusing on that fallen tree, saying both companies failed to identify it as a potential fall risk and remove it before it caused a problem, claiming falling trees were a common problem in this area in the months before the fire.
It was the job of Tri-State and of JMEC to protect the public from fire by use of well-known industry procedures required by industry standards and regulations.
But the attorney for the Jemez Mountains Electric Cooperative says the company is not negligent, claiming wind is to blame for knocking down the tree on private property where they didn't have permission to cut down trees. The plaintiffs are suing for millions in compensation. 63 homes were destroyed. The other power company being sued is Tri-State Generation. They claim the tree that started the fire would not have been identified as a threat to the power line beforehand. Back to you, Kim.
Okay, thanks, Candace. Now, this is a jury trial. It's expected to last up to 6 weeks. Now, it wasn't just the flames that caused so much damage. This fire also led to massive flooding in the months that followed as rivers of ash and mud poured into rivers and swept through places like the Dixon apple orchard near Cochiti, devastating that New Mexico landmark and nearby Pueblo land.